Okay, guys, today we're going to wrap up this place essay. And I'm going to show you how my draft turned into my final copy on this. Let's see, I've got some papers over here. All right, so let's just review real quickly. First thing we did was I brainstormed my places. Then I looked at brainstorming things about the place, and I chose Lake Tahoe after my brainstorming of all of my different places. So I chose Lake Tahoe, and I just kind of brainstormed and then figured out what categories I could put these things in that I was thinking of about Lake Tahoe. Then I created my plan. And what I want to say is if y'all will do your plan really, really well like this, where you have all the different parts you need, you have your transitions in here, you know what things you're going to use to dance and support about your different reasons why your claim is what it is, and you have an idea for your conclusion, then this is a way to take from this and go right into drafting really easily. Or you might even be ready to go ahead and write your final copy paper as long as you do it slowly, carefully, read, think, write, using that golden rule of writing. Okay, so yesterday I did my rough draft and I reread it and I just changed a few words here. And I only did the rough draft up to this point, or actually this point. I didn't even get to Fancy Hotel. So then today I came in and I wrote my final copy and I started just transferring it over to my final copy thinking, okay, well, I'll get this much from my draft on my final copy paper and see how much room I have left. Because I was a little concerned that I might not have enough space. So I took this plan here. I took my draft. I kept my plan handy, but I've got my draft here, and then I started writing. So this is what it turned out to be, and I'll show you how most of it is the same. I'm going to read it to you. Millions of interested tourists visit beautiful locations all around our country each year. Some like the beach, others enjoy theme parks, and many take trips to the mountains. Of all the places I've been, Lake Tahoe is my favorite. I have wonderful memories from there. So remember, our prompt was write about a place that you have memories. All right, then I started my next paragraph, and I just indented a tiny little bit. I don't want to lose a lot of space by indenting too much. Indeed, Lake Tahoe is one of the most beautiful spots in the U.S. The majestic mountains surround the lake and provide a breathtaking backdrop. The tips of the mountains are capped with snow year-round. Nestled below the mountains lies the clearest lake I have ever seen. The blue-green water changes hues. I changed that word colors to hues because that was a fancier word. Hue just means the different shades of a color. And so like blue and green, they kind of are a little bit similar, but there's all these different variations from one of the blues to the next, to the next, to the next. So that's what a hue is. So let me go back here. The blue-green water changes hues dramatically as the lake gets deeper and deeper. It is like a gigantic jewel stuck in the ground. So there's my metaphor or my simile. I remember stepping onto the sandy shore and putting my feet into the crisp water. It was so clear I could see my pink toenails. Now, see, I got to this point and I realized, oh my goodness, I am almost out of space. And I have, wrong one. I didn't even write about Fancy Hotel in my first one, and I have all this information that I wanted to write about. But I know with star writing, I'm going to have to restrain myself, and so I'm going to have to go in and figure out, well, what's the most important thing here? And I thought about my prompt. Okay, the prompt is to write about a place that holds memories. And I've done a really pretty good job of describing the place, but I've only got one memory in there about seeing my toes stick through or show up through the water as I put my feet in the water on the beach side, on the sandy side of the lake. So I decided, well, I better do a little bit more with memory so I know that the reader knows that I'm sticking with the prompt. And the prompt was all about memories. So here's how I went into my last section. And I ended up having to combine my conclusion with my last paragraph. Not only is Lake Tahoe beautiful, but it is also a wonderful place to relax. After standing with my toes in the water, I found a chaise lounge to lie on and fell asleep, and as I listened to the sounds. Obviously, Lake Tahoe is a one-of-a-kind place. The memories I have from there are amazing. Okay, so now that I know that this much space, especially as large as my handwriting is, this much space took up this much space in my on my star paper, the next time I do a piece of writing, I'm going to be a little more cautious about either how large I write, which is not a real option. I want to be really good about proving my claim. I want to stick with memories and do less with describing. And if I'm going to describe, the description has to go with the memory that I wrote about. So the majestic mountains, I must connect that to a memory. The clear blue green lake, I did connect that to a memory. The fancy hotel, I would need to connect that to a memory, or I'd go ahead and just cross one out. But if you have a strong, long plan, you have the ability to work with that and get a strong, well-written paper. But if you don't have a strong, long plan, then you don't have that. So as you're working on your next essays, and what I want you to do now is just look at the wall. Here, let me turn the camera. See that wall over there? That's sideways. Okay, let's see if we can get it turned. That's upside down. There we go. All right, see that wall? That has all of our claims: people, things, activities, place. I'll open up the dreams one as well so that you can use some claims from there, or you also have that yellow sheet I gave you a few weeks ago that will have some claims on it that you can use as well. Just keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, keep working on drafting, even if it's just this. But if you're struggling to either fill up the paper, or you're struggling to get the feel for how much space that you have, then you need to take those drafts and take those plans onto the star writing paper so that you'll get a feel for that. Inside your motivation writing books, there are also some pages of paper. If we run out in the classroom, you also have all kinds of line paper in that are the same size as the star paper. Okay, get to work. Happy writing, and thanks for all the hard work y'all are doing with revising and editing.